Good morning. Happy Monday. It's a beautiful fucking brand new week for us to make art, for us to come home to ourselves, for us to take care of the artist, for us to be delusional about our dreams, for us to make our visions happen, for us to sit in our creative power and do what it is that we are meant to do, which is make cool stuff. I am choosing to be really good. We have on Mondays, we have our personal assistant come. Sounds so bougie. She's, I don't know, there needs to be another word for it. Zoe's over, which I always really love because I feel supported and held, and we can look at the business in a real macro kind of way and look at what needs to get done, and it just feels like a really good way to center our week. So I always love a Zoe day. Got a few things that are looming, which are stressing me out a little bit. But we are doing what we can control, and a lot of things right now I cannot control. But you know what I can control? My books, my writing. So I'm going to journal, and then I'm going to start working on my fiction. So, update since the last time I wrote with you. My edits for We Need Your Art, I got them done in a day. So, I'm incredible. I really thought maybe it was going to take me, I don't know, I couldn't really tell. But I was like, this is fine, I can get through these, and I just whipped it out. The only thing I have left to do now before I send it back to the publishers is I have to do a resources list of all the books I used. And do you know who's going to do that? James. You were right, it's James. So James is going to pull all the books together. James is an academic. He was in the university systems for a long time teaching ancient history and whatever. And he fucking loves a bibliography, and he loves to footnote like a fucking loser. And I was at uni and with that undergraduate at the same time. And I used to make up my footnotes because I was an undergraduate, and I was like, who the fuck cares? And also I have literally zero interest in details, and it used to hurt him so much. Anyway, so he said I wasn't allowed to do the list. He said he had to do it, and I think he wants to do it. I think it gets him off. So hopefully James will get that done in a few days, and then we will send these edits back. Then what tends to happen, in case anyone's interested, is that the manuscript will then be accepted, hopefully, unless I've done something really weird in these last few edits, but I don't think I have. And the acceptance means that basically they now move on to the copy editing and the proofread. So it's not like a structural thing. It's not really needing me to add anything. It's more of like a sentence structure look at, and a proof, like what are the mistakes, etc., etc. So that's been 3 rounds of edits for this book. Now let me tell you, it has not been 3 rounds of edits for me personally. It has been about 9 rounds, probably 6 between me and James, before we ever sent it to the publishers. But it's been 3 rounds with the publishers. Also, when they accept your manuscript, it triggers the next payment in your advance. So again, something I didn't really know until I worked with a publisher is that your book advance, tends to get split up into 4 payments. The first when you sign, the second when your manuscript is accepted, so what's about to happen, fingers crossed, the third when your book comes out, and then the fourth a year after your book comes out. So they spread it out, which is interesting. So yeah, hopefully we get the second installment of our advance, and we move on. I will get to accept the proof, and I will obviously look over the copy edits and the proof edits and accept them all. And we're going to start looking at cover stuff and some exciting things that are also going in the book. Maybe some signs. So yeah, it'll be a bit more of like the production process from this point on. Anyway, I'm really proud of myself. Then my fiction edits came in from my agent at the same time. I can't remember if that had happened when I last spoke to you. Maybe. These will not take me a day. Oh no. There is a lot here, and I really want it done before I go to LA in a week. And it's very possible I'm delusional about that, but I'm going to give it a good fucking whack. I have started. I'm just going to keep talking to you because there's so much to say. Please feel free to create and just let me whisper in the background. So I am known for being a very, very voicey, very internal dialogue writer. And like, that's just I've always had that feedback. Like, you're very in the character's head, you know. There's not a lot of plot in my previous books. Like, I mean, stuff happens, but it's a lot of character development. Anyway, the feedback I'm getting from my agent on this is she's like, where's the internal voice? There's so much plot, there's nothing happening internally. And I'm like, that is the weirdest piece of feedback I've ever gotten. But I guess it's a detective novel and I really focused on the plot. So I'm going through and really trying to add this internal dialogue, which I thought was my strength. I thought you couldn't stop me doing that. So there's a lot of characterization that needs to happen in this one. Basically just like plumping out the draft because she thinks it's too plot driven. I can't believe that's a piece of feedback I've ever gotten about a book that I wrote. Like, who am I? Anyway, so that's going to be big. Again, I started yesterday. I had a bit of fun. It was difficult, though. I stared into space a lot, so you may see me staring into space a lot today because it requires so much thinking. Anyway, I'm very grateful for you being here with me, for being on this journey with me. It feels nice to get to do this with someone, and I love that I get to be by your side as you work on your projects that are incredibly important. I just thought I'd remind you, incredibly fucking important. Yeah, like and subscribe. Ooh, tummy rumbling. I'm gonna channel. It is day 2216 of journaling, maybe. I don't know. What is that noise? I'm so sorry. I'm going to move straight on to fiction. You're doing really well. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm throwing you all over the place. So something that I need to do in this draft is standardize a lot of the old worldy words. So ironically, like in the past, I'm writing in 1570s. In the past, like their words, they have multiple spellings for different words. And I have had many different spellings for different things and different capitalizations. So, for example, like goodman or goodwoman, is it one word or is it two? Stupid shit like justice of the peace, like is it capitalized? Shop, is it double PE? Or how do you want to spell it? Do you want to spell it the way we spell it, or do you want to spell it the way they spell it? So she's asked me to just collect and standardize everything. I'm going to go eat something. But I think that I will probably be working on this most of the day today. You guys can be with me as I fucking do this. I'm only on chapter 2. But maybe it will get easier and easier as I go on, and I'll just get faster and faster at it, and I'll just zoom through it. Fingers crossed. I'll keep you updated. I'm excited to see you tomorrow morning, and I'm proud of you for being here, for doing whatever you did in the last 40 minutes. You're actually amazing.